76, Rosa Kirker. 81, Caleb Dyson. 88, Tudor Ursa. And 90, Noah Searson. They are Sheffield. Slough this afternoon. Sheffield.
First day of the under-12s and 14s national finals is ready to get underway. We have our first finalist set for our under-12s. Who will be joining the Guildford Fireflies? Will it be the side that beat them to the South title, the Slough Junior Jets, who were knocked out at this stage last year, or will it be Sheffield, who will have for back-to-back years not only a Sheffield-Guildford final, but a second seed, or an all-second seed final. So if you're new to the under-12s hockey, every minute you change on the buzzers, off the crossbar early goes Wolf Newton. But each shift is a minute long, you change on the buzzer. No more, no less than 60 seconds. There's 6 shifts each line, a period. That's straight off the bat. Second line's getting in. As that was Guy Hine charging forward. Sheffield in the white and blue. Their famous academy colours. Slough mimic their senior side with the primary blue and red. Slough offside, have to get back set. Charging full, we don't play whistles either, so it's a little bit tricky, especially on penalties. But Dick Quiverson, you'll be fine. End of the first shift for the second line coming up. Played down the boards by Slight Neve Reynolds. Was on the puck there. Now it's with Albie Strachan Jones. Couldn't find the centre of Calver, but it's still brought back in by the winger. That was George Foster. 11 points in 10 games, including 5 goals for him this season. Sheffield trying to get it out there, zone, but it's just caught up in the skates. Calladine couldn't make the move forward. They'll have to come off for a change as top line's back out there straight away. Sheffield has some fine support below us. Drums, megaphones, clappers. Vuvuzelas for lots. Anyone would have thought you were at a World Cup game in Brazil. Attempted centering pass, just caught off the skates. Noah Owen. He's going to be a massive threat. 36 goals and 17 assists in his 15 games played for Slough. You'd think if he's not able to fire, Slough will certainly struggle, but they do have depth. Luca Watson. Watson has 16 goals, so they're not a one-man team, not by any means. Bar. Well, that's made the net dislodged rather awkwardly, which means angling a shot can be quite difficult. Still testing those. That's just tipped wide of the net. That would have been awkward. And Slough could really do with getting this out their zone here. Sheffield mounting the pressure on Guildford, got one and ran away with it. Could we see much of the same here? Racing on at the end of the shift. Slough weren't able to capitalise on the offensive zone time. Net set again for Xveri Pigden. A couple of Slough players tying up rather smartly. The Sheffield forwards don't allow them to chase it down. Keatley just about keeps it in. A little flick into the corner, hoping to get it on net. There was Rex Walker, but off balance, he couldn't get headway. It's a good stick. Briefly kept the offensive play rolling, but the money poked it too, and it taken away from him. And Albie Strachan Jones gets his body in the right position. As a high stick is called against Sheffield. Right at the end of a shift. It's actually going to be against Slough, sorry. So in 2 minutes time, that line will basically spend a minute short-handed. Kirkby pushed down Mike Pigden. It's a good attempted move there by Watson, but Newton followed him well and forces him out of the zone. Diving away, he tried, took it aside. Not quite able to do so yet. Stuck with Kirkhoff. Sheffield trying to get some persistent pressure of their own. Across, but straight into glove, tossed aside, and as Sheffield hurry out of his own, Slough able to press on high and forces that away. Offside of Slough. They just get onside as they get it in with Ward close. Back up to the point, ready to change there, Sheffield. Quick on the loose one, approaching the halfway stage of this opening period. Player down injured. Sheffield going to take this opportunity. Let's get a quick team talk here. A player down. Injured. Looks to be getting up to his feet. Her feet, sorry. It's Bo Griffin. She's on the bench, she is okay. They'll continue. Five on four until Griffin is ready to come back out. So Slough slightly disadvantaged here. We've got 25 seconds left of it. That's just gloved over the bar by Jamie Calladine. Not a netminder, but certainly doing their job for the moment as it's cleared out as they go back to full strength. Just kept in. There's a good stick. Couldn't keep it in though was Charlie Ricketts. He pushes back forward with assistance of Noah Owen. Quiet so far halfway through this game. They only have 3 shifts though. Plenty of time to grow into it. Goes hard towards Harry John Orwing. Gets it down in the zone, protects it nicely, and just has to play that into the corner. No real passing options there. Slough using the point, sent back towards Van Hayes. An awkward bounce, but it's seen by Tudorosa in the end. Dyson trying to push that across to the far side wing for his teammate, couldn't do so. And now it's back with Sheffield. Great poke or poach right through the middle. Just couldn't settle that down. No, Hine couldn't settle that one down either for Sheffield. Seven minutes to go in the period. It's back to the third line. Neither side has looked the more likely to score. There's going to be a great chance here though. Slough pushing forward. Ursa denies the fast oncoming George Foster. And Tudor Ursa having to make his first proper save of the game. Foster just outpacing the Sheffield D on the wing. Being stuck on his backhand wouldn't have helped though. Sheffield looking to return the favour. But able to get that out his wheels was Crooks. Rex Walker fancied himself a go there, but he couldn't get it down. And now we're 5 seconds away from the top lines being back out. Sheffield smartly, right at the end of a shift, play back down towards their zone. With Owen, trying to toe drag his way around, but that gets a roar from the Sheffield fans as they was able to shut down Slough's big danger man. That's Owen again, bit more speed, and again, this time it was the legs of Noah Surson, and it sets a rush back the other way. Kirkby tied it up by Owen again. He's got 20 seconds, a quick look up at the clock, finds Ethan Annetts, can't feed that through his legs, and Wilf Newton sends him down. And while rather messy of a change, opens up a gap for Sheffield and over the bar. Rising off the blocker. Pigden standing tall, but lazy to get to the bench. Created some traffic for the oncoming Slough players. And Sheffield with a clean pathway got through, then that falls off the stick. You have Dylan Carline still hunting on. Backhanded and covered up late by Pigden. A heart-in-mouth shift for him. Stevens. Just onside with Keatley as he hurried back over the blue line. It was still gone Leo Keatley. Nearly connected with a good bit of vision there to Surson. This for the final time this period. Top line heads onto the ice. At a deadlock right now. Good use of the ball to get into the zone. Such a tight, even match here. Could go either way. It's a big hustle. Draws a penalty. Fouls Joseph Brammer. But Slough still push on us. And it heads to the box. Ricketts can't keep it right side of the blue line, so offside goes Slough. One last attack for this top line in the opening period. Newton. 2 minutes to go as Slough rush to it. But Hine charging on here. Brought down, he's held on to both of them having a grasp of each other. Good little tip over the blue line, can't get past his man from Barnes. So Sheffield take it, can come back down, and now it's getting a little bit nippy. Sinclair, block at a side, still charging on, but trying to get Slough. The first goal of the game, unable to get it past Ursa again with a couple of nice kick saves. This back end of the period, Slough have started to put a bit onto the Sheffield net. Ursa's been there to see it all. We're into the final shift of the opening 18 minutes. Crooks to Keatley. Trying to stick handle his way through a mountain of South England skaters. Final few seconds in the period. Unless Valby Strachan Jones can have a miracle here, he's not going to. It's down, 36 to go. We are scoreless after the first. We're back in just a moment. o'clock into his second period. Still yet to find a breakthrough goal. It was a mistake from Gilbert that got Dallas the opener in our first under-12 semi-final. Might it be something of the same? As Dallas got that, was able to run away with it, and as Alex comes out of the box at a handy time, Sheffield get a chance forward, and brilliantly timed up there by Pigden. And now that will set Slough on the opposite way. Unable to set up with a put down though. Slap shot wound up at the end of a shift, but not getting anything on it was Finley Stubbs. And Sheffield look ready to motor here on the bench. And they just about clear it over the blue line. Push aside again by Pigden. 93 save percentage in his 9 games played this season. Nearly 94. You know, just one of those numbers alone is going to be massively influential in how this game's decided. So best chance so far in the game's gone to Sheffield. Got a couple, Keeley, bit more space to use his hands and tip down the rebound, favourable scrambling Pigden. Keeps his stick out there and blocks the near empty net. And the puck can't be tucked home, and Pigden in his second period's already been stellar. Less than 3 minutes in, Slough can't let Sheffield get into the sort of groove that Guildford did and pin them against the wall. Straight into the chest this time, and a little bit unhappy is Searson. A little bit of a knock on to Pigden. Kirkby gets him onside, dropped off to Will Newton. Slough unable to leave their zone right now. They've been stuck here for a fair bit. Oh, it's a great move on to the pass towards Owen on the backhand. And in past the whilst the majority of the start of this period, Slough have been bogged down in their third. They get their top line back out there. And who else but the main man, Noah Owen, with his 37th goal of this U12 season, his first of the Nationals weekend. Sheffield trying to tie it. That didn't take long. And the ball really bounces here in South Yorkshire. The home side sends ripples across Attercliffe. And what a response. The second line comes out straight after conceding a goal. They bounce one right back. And maybe we might just go tit for tat on goals this time. No, only confirmed for goal scorer. Penalty coming up against Sheffield. Heading to the box is Dominic Crooks, covered up again by Pagden. Confirmation of the goal for Slough. The side for Sheffield's gone to Jamie Calladine. And Slough's lead lasted all of 46 seconds. And the majority of that was spent on the line change. Owen back in again, rips one over the bar. That had some bite to it. Good save made by Ursa as Slough is top line, looking to build up their momentum. At least as a unit. Oh, and again, angling his way in. Can't be tucked in. And opening up his edges really well there, Owen, and he's showing his danger. Now this is a Sheffield line that got the goal back. Dyson. Calladine. Urkoff. Just get to the boards before Isabella Ward close. We'll square it off and send Sheffield back on the way into the offensive zone at the end of the shift. Back out come the thirds. Out comes Crooks at a handy time as this Sheffield third line goes back to full strength. Now this Strachan Jones can't settle that down and head on to a 1-0. The Sheffield will have a look the other way. 25 seconds left in this shift. Winding up, but couldn't get it off his stick. And we're halfway through the game. Slough led for all but 46 seconds before Sheffield levelled it back up with Dylan Carline. And for all but 46 seconds of this game, then, we have been at parity. We're 27 minutes of the way through. Owen looking for his second. No team giving a hint that they're a slightly better side. That's pushed aside by Ursa, throwing her body down, forces the puck away from Ethan Annetts. Owen sends it back into the mixer. Helped along by Sheffield. Oh, get it out there, third of the rink. Kirkhoff. There's a good pass towards Dyson. Price reads it well and cuts him off. Sheffield still just, and I mean just, keep the offensive play rolling there on the blue line. Sent back towards the net. Pigden was going to be low and slow and easy for the Slough, number 28, the man protecting the posts. Approaching the penultimate shifts of this period already. It's flown by. Oh, big hit there onto Albie Strachan-Jones, and actually the bunch of traffic nearly aided Slough as it meant Ursa was blinded to where the puck was and it nearly trickled in. Walker back on side for Sheffield. Kicked aside comfortably, the net. Awkward and picked. Happy to set it back himself. As for the penultimate time this period, comes out the top line. Penalty. Slashing is the call against one of the Sheffield players. Avowlade. This dangerous Slough top line, but passes like that. Helping Pigden. Keeps it out. Another stellar saves from the Slough netminder. And now with added space with the man in the box. Now Everton trying to find a man in front and just missing the tip of Luca Watson's stick. Red kick. Tipped down but wide. Left the net. Goal given at the end of the period. Sent the shot and he released it before the whistle, or before the buzzer. Goal starts. And no over a second. Basically a buzzer beater. And that puts the south side back in the lead, but Sheffield looking to respond quickly again. Trying to rinse and repeat of how Pigden covers that all. But again, the end of the shift being viable for the top line. With Caladine. He'll lift that back down towards the Slough zone. Bagshaw has that pass intercepted by Albie Strachan-Jones. It's going to give a chance across, can't find Foster. That's looped in. Ursa lost sight of that, but it's come off a part of him, so he'll stay out. Kirkby. Two and a half minutes to get themselves back level in this period. Oh, it's an awkward bounce, and Slough with the net flying all over the place. Couldn't tuck it home, a bit unfortunate. Still, end of this top lines period. Owen has that falling off his stick. And they can't go back-to-back shifts with back-to-back goals. High. This is a line that got Sheffield their goal. Trying to dump back towards the net. Push aside by Pigden. Crooks. Oh, it's a great punch in over the bar. Guy High has just looked deadly this game so far, but that's going to be the end of his second period as out comes the third lines with a minute left here in the second. That's cleared down. And Sheffield will get there first. 20 seconds left to find an equaliser in the second. Perhaps a needed team talk coming up for them. Maybe one last look for Stevens. Neither side's going to be able to get a chance. Clarkson's going to go with 18 minutes left. We'll be back in a couple minutes to decide who will face Guildford in our under-12s national final tomorrow. trying to get themselves back level then, with 18 minutes to go, for a rematch against Guildford to avenge last year's loss and retake and regain the under-12s national title they won in 2024. But Slough beat Guildford to the South title. Want to upset them there, and here's a man who's got the power to do it. Owen selflessly went for the passing option there. He'll back on this one, it's the hat-trick! Noah Owen, as deadly as they come. Slough have our first bit of daylight in the game. They lead 3-1. Nearly a chance straight off the bat. This second line is where the chance has been coming from. But an uneventful second shift. Although Caledine picks up a loose puck. Keatley. Tipped through again. Pygden. Excellent in that Slough goal. For large portions of this game, Sheffield have just been a relentless machine again, throwing his right leg out there, trying to become a brick wall. Just onside they go again, Sheffield. Can't move forward. Thinking he was going to get a run on by himself there. Zachary Stevens is shut down. Then with his first shift of the period as the Claxton goes. It's Owen. Just couldn't get it past Harry John Orwin. Kirkby hits for deck and that. Open up space for Ricketts to try and feed it through to E. Fernandez. Couldn't do so. Can't be swiped out at all. Couple of good sticks. Trying to feed across, but well read by the Slough defence and blocked aside that. Price has had a great shift, scrambling, it's loose, and Pygden's on top of it. Unreal. Protest from the Sheffield fans, but had barely got through the crease, let alone the goal line. It's just out of reach. for Foster. Winding up. Can't feed that through though. Distraction Jones. Crossing out to Calvert. Could have cleared out. Sheffield just can't get around. They need to find two. Within 12 and a bit minutes, top line's about to come out of there. They've also got to focus on shutting them down. There's no Owen with a hat-trick already this game. He's just gotten better as well. He was quiet in the first. Took him 21 minutes to get on the board. As Kirkby races on, trying to get a 2-on-1. The pass across is great, and a mishandle. I don't think he's forward alongside him expecting a pass that good and that accurate. An interference as the call as one of the Sheffield players heads to the box. There's Joseph Brammer. He's really not a happy man. And when this top line comes out of a halfway point of the period, there's going to be 30 seconds or so of relentless push from this Slough team as they'll try and put this game out of reach. Oh, it's a fantastic feed through, and now charging on, here comes Slough again! What a shot, what a goal! Big pumped up setting time for Dickinson, where 12 goals in the regular season, he's got his first, and a big one! Pass to the Ursa. He gives Slough their fourth. Had it tight in his body, didn't bother him at all. And now the second line gets on there and a brilliant save again. Pagden's been all over it. And he's got an equipment issue. I think he's trying to get back to his feet after being knocked over. And Slough, his teammates do him a favour of recovering. He's not even got his blocker on here. He's going to be called into action, you'd think. But the shot just goes wide. Distraction Jones. Just kept in, sent back down in the mix of things. As we're at the halfway stage now in his final period, Sheffield are going to run out of time on this shift to charge on with Crooks. It's right into the Slough zone. They'll pick it up, top line out there. They've got a brief power play. Sheffield press quickly though to upset the rhythm. Noah Owen back with it though. Backhands that through. Now up top they go. And the rebounds for put it in, and surely Slough was stretching the game out of reach. Now Owen looking for a fourth, falls off his stick. It's been a wonder third period for Slough with 3 goals. And an incredible performance from Kasevri, Piketon. It's approaching 7 minutes to go. Sheffield needing 3. And have not looked likely for a long, long time. And a bit of a windmill, he's feeling good about himself here. Savory. And it's looking like we're going to get an all-South final. And Sheffield won't be able to avenge last year's losses. And a lot of hockey to play. Stretching Jones. That's another. And the third line's getting in on it now. Slough hammering. It's raining goals here. And are all coming from one side. Trying to pick one through the legs was Dominic Crooks, but he can't do so. And for the penultimate time this game, out come the top line. Little tug onto the jersey. The Philly Stubbs. Oh, big kick. Penalty coming up. And it's a hooking call against Joseph Brammer. Well, some very unhappy people of the referee. Putting the brakes on, that takes a little deflection, trying to charge it forward. Oh, that would have been brilliant. There was 2 Slough players waiting alone off the post if that pass got through. They said the attempt off of Isabella Ward Close was blocked. And Sheffield try and move it forward. For tight angle, hits the side netting. Sheffield aren't relenting here though. Kirkhoff. And a very flamboyant kick save. Mike Savory again. Kept in by Callanan as he chops it back. Slough, battle it out. Strachan Jones feeds it through to Sammy the Freitas. Sheffield needing 5 in 3.5 minutes. And against a netminder who's just in his groove. And again, Slough's netminder covers it up, and there's going to be a penalty. It's someone. And again, protests about something kick on, but Albie Strachan Jones. Great through, Charlie on, trying to at least get one back, and Peyton chucks his stick at it. Perhaps had it swiped away, but he's done enough to keep it out, but he's been great with his stick and he's not got it now as Wolf Newton tries to dab his way forward. As he tumbles over, Picton's now without his glove, but cleared away. Just shooting and hoping into the final 2 minutes goes Slough. But I don't think any of them are going to care if they miss the target or not. We're 2 minutes away from a national final. Redemption from last year. Guildford will look to amend their division defeat against them that cost them the South title. Sheffield won't make it 3 finals in a row in the under-12s. They won't get a chance for revenge against Guildford. But that was nasty. As out goes one of the... A big penalty, but Slough were going to go through anyway. One for redemption. Walker trying to give something to Sheffield. The rebound there, but Picton just guided away. 30 seconds to go for Slough to see it through. Offside they go, they try and loop one in. And the seconds tick away. An absolute smashing in the third period has sent Slough through to the under-12s national finals. And Sheffield can't make it a hat-trick. Of national finals appearances, they won't get a chance for redemption. And it's an all-South under-12s national final as the Slough Junior Jets will take on the Guildford Fireflies. Well, a messy end to the game, but you don't get much better periods than that, especially if you're Slough. Spirit of the Game awards coming around the corner. And then Slough will not only celebrate their spot in the final, but their under-12 South title. Well, players of the game, can only think of one, well, two really for Slough. It's between Casavery, Brydon and Noah Owen. The abundance of saves of a hat-trick, and the quality of saves as well. For Sheffield, Carline with the goal. Hines been excellent as well, take your pick. So Spirit of the Game awards
goes to number 46.
Guy Hine gets it for Sheffield, as mentioned. Unbelievable work rate. And a well-deserved award for it. And for Slough, Noah Owen for the hat-trick. Well, two more games today's flown by our left. Next up at 2:45, we have our first under-14s Division 1 semi-finals. The number one seed knocked off the team for the past 3 years, and a long undefeated streak of the Leeds Junior Knights in under-14s. Well, Slough are actually again looking to make a second Division 1 national final, this time in the under-14s. It's Nottingham versus the South runners-up, Slough. Coming up in about 35 minutes time, but first we'll have a trophy presentation as they eat up their division championship as they hunt for national glory tomorrow. We'll be back in 35 minutes time for the first of our under-14s Division 1 action. Don't.
Coming next is the first under-14s Division 1 semi-final between the Nottingham Lions and the Slough Jets. There's still time to get 50/50 tickets, commemorative mugs and programmes from the front desk. And please do make sure to go check out Mowbray Sports' mighty photo over